Okay, so there's a lot of characters in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. 182 to be exact, and they can't all be competitively viable, right? Well, I wanted to take a look at Piccolo fused with Kami to see if he is. I've always loved Piccolo, specifically this variant, and I plan on making more videos like this. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is Piccolo's stats. He has pretty bang average stats, but he excels in special attacks, combos, and ki. You'll notice in the gameplay section, when I talk about it later, that his ki attacks are where he's really great. He excels in that area phenomenally. And special attacks wise, between his special beam cannon and light grenade and the hell zone grenade, he is quite the powerhouse in those aspects. Let's take a look at it. One of the best things about Piccolo is his chargeable ki blast. It shoots out 3 projectiles that deal a decent amount of damage at a slow rate. But something I noticed is that it's only slow if you're standing still. If you're moving and you shoot out the 3 ki blasts, they actually move pretty fast. And when they're fully charged, the 3 of them usually deal about 3,000 damage, give or take, which isn't a ton. But it is when you realize your opponent usually won't have time to react to it if you're up in their face, punching them all over the place. So, if you throw out, you don't even have to fully charge it, because you can literally just hold the button for hold it for just a second, and you'll shoot out 3 ki blasts. Now, they won't deal anywhere near as much damage, usually around 2,000, maybe 1,500, but it's still enough damage to make your opponent get a little overwhelmed. This is where I think Piccolo will excel. Using this, plus his great combo factor, can create a very potent enemy to face with. Not to mention his attacks. Piccolo has some very strong attacks that just tear through guard if your opponent is not ready for it. Piccolo's first super attack is also his most versatile, the Special Beam Cannon. Now, at first I thought the Special Beam Cannon wasn't anything special. Funnily, I know. I thought it was pretty much just like a harder hitting Kamehameha. Boy, was I wrong. This move is quite great. The Special Beam Cannon deals about 7,000, almost 8,000 damage if it's not charged up. And if you fully charge it, it deals about 14,000 damage. Now that's about a bar and a half, almost. But something else I noticed is that no matter how far away you are from your opponent, the Special Beam Cannon always hits. If your opponent is just standing there, no matter how far away you are, the Special Beam Cannon will hit. Now, I tested this. I tested the light grenade. The light grenade did not do this either. I even tested it with Kid Goku's Kamehameha. Also, after a while, it dissipates. I have not seen another move do this. I literally pushed Android 17 to one edge of the time chamber, flew all the way to the other edge of the time chamber, and blasted it, and it still hit. Now this is huge, because this means if you could get super far away from your opponent and blast them before they can even notice, that is 15,000 damage, a bar and a half that is just gone. Piccolo's next super attack after Special Beam Cannon is his Light Grenade. Light Grenade is not as good as Special Beam Cannon, but it's a more instant attack. You don't have to charge it, you just press it and it goes. It does about 7,800, 7,600 when it's non-boosted, about 8,500 whenever it's boosted. Now, it's nothing incredible. It's not going to win games. Well, it might win games for you. But it is what it needs to be. It's a combo ender. It is a combo starter, I guess, if you really wanted it to. After that, we have his ultimate attack, which is the Hell Zone Grenade. Now, this is personally probably my favorite part of Piccolo's kit. It does 2 full bars of damage, or 20,000 damage, if you boost it, or if you just dry fire it without boosting, it will deal around 16,000 damage, which is still a lot, and if you are skilled enough and you're sparking, you can usually deal enough damage that you could probably kill your opponent in 1 full sparking. If you're skilled enough, that is. I'm not, but I could definitely see that happening. If you use your sparking to deal a ton of damage, finish it off with the Hell Zone Grenade, definitely. It is a very fast-moving projectile that has some crazy range. I don't know if it has as much range as the Special Beam Cannon. When I threw it, after throwing the Special Beam Cannon, it did hit, but I didn't push 17 to one side of the time chamber like I did with the Special Beam Cannon. Okay, so now that we've tested out Piccolo in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber in training mode, let's see what he's actually like in some ranked matches. Now, I think there's a lot of potential with Piccolo. I'm not going to try and sit here and say he's the best. His Skill Blast moves aren't the greatest. Wild Sense is pretty good, I would say. False Courage is always a good one to have. I mean, like, there's really no downside to having it. Our first opponent here, oh, it's a Kid Boo. Now, I do believe that Piccolo's Ki Blasts are actually very useful and you can get quite a lot of utilization out of them, especially when you realize you don't have to fully charge them. See right there, he wasn't expecting it. Of course, he did get that super counter in. So he doesn't have the best connection, which isn't great, but the only downside to using his Ki Blast so much is you're gonna run out of ki, obviously. Now, it's not the end of the world, you can get it back, but with moves like Wild Sense and False Courage, right there, like, they don't expect it. They don't expect moves like, alright, gotta be careful here. He's clearly just trying to hit us with that ultimate, which he is going to throw at us immediately. Good to know. How fast does this thing move? Oh, I tried to jump around it. Oh, that's my bad. That is my bad. That is a skill issue on my part. So this first match doesn't seem like it's gonna be great. Special Beam Cannon has the potential to deal more damage than Light Grenade if you let it fully charge, but I will say actually getting the thing to charge isn't easy because they are not just going to sit there and let you charge it. It is blockable too, so we won the first match, which it was close because I was an idiot and decided not to block, and I wanted to try and move around the giant ball of death, but you know, that's my fault. I should have blocked it. He did accept the rematch. So this is singles, and of course we're still in low singles, so these aren't the greatest players. Well, maybe, I don't know. They could be. But Kid Buu is quite strong. I do believe in Piccolo's potential. I think he can be a good pick. Maybe not like the best in the game, but like a backup on your team. He has some really good combo moves too. Specifically, I play on an Xbox controller, so I'm gonna say it in the Xbox. But it's like XXY, which is XXY. Oh, point blank, my friend, you are sly dog. XXY is it's the kick attack. And that combined with the the turnaround kick I just did to him can really help you. Light Grenade is probably the move you're going to use the most because it's instantaneous and it deals more damage than Special Beam Cannon. Gonna finish him off with a grab. Oh, he's still alive. I didn't know he's gonna be still alive. Light Grenade. Honestly, Light Grenade's probably better than Special Beam Cannon, simply because you don't have to charge it. And charging the Special Beam Cannon, of course, grants you more damage. It actually does almost as much damage as your ultimate if you fully charge it. But, you know, you gotta actually fully charge the thing and hit it. Not easy. I'll just say that's not easy. His ultimate, definitely my favorite part of his kit. It hits most of the time because it's just really reliable. Piccolo like throws 3 key blasts at the enemy. Sorry, I was locking in a little bit. He's hitting me. Sorry, I was just logging in a little bit. Wild Sense, I believe, is probably what's going to save you most of the time when you're fighting against these higher level players and these better characters. Because it's pretty much just like After Image, but you hit them back. So it's like a toned down version of After Image Strike. If he had After Image Strike, I think Piccolo would have been actually really good. But I don't believe he should have it, because he is good without it. So, I believe After Image Strike should be reserved for the weaker characters, because of how good it is. I plan on doing a Piccolo video, the regular Piccolo, non-fused with Kami. I like fused with Kami Piccolo more, but I believe there is an argument to be made that Piccolo non-fused with Kami is actually better. He has... I can't say from memory if it's False Courage or Wild Sense, but he has one of those two, and he has a move that immediately grants you your ultimate. He has a rush move and a simple blast move, both of which that are really good.
That you were once the guardian of Earth, yet you allow these world-threatening mortals to live. Perhaps yours is even greater than theirs.
You don't get to tell me how to live my life. Now shut up and fight me already!
Okay, that's actually really cool. I didn't think that we'd get a special interaction for Piccolo and Goku Black, but that's really cool. Sorry, I'm not saying anything. Yeah, but anyway, I believe there is an argument to be made that early Piccolo is actually better than late Piccolo. Which, I can't wait until we get the Superhero DLC, because I cannot wait to get Potential Unleashed Piccolo and Orange Piccolo. Potential Unleashed Piccolo and Orange Piccolo are two of my favorite versions of Piccolo, because I'm gonna be honest, I just love Piccolo. He's so cool in that movie. He absolutely just decked Gamma 1. And I do hope we get Giant Piccolo in that DLC as well. I'm not, like, holding out hope, because I feel like if they were gonna give us a Giant Piccolo, they probably would have done it. Unless they're wanting to do a original Dragon Ball DLC, which I would be 100% down for. In fact, that's probably the DLC I'm most excited for. Yeah, I'd say I'm more excited for that than I am for Superhero or even Daima. I'm pretty excited for that. So we got Kid Buu again. I do not remember if this is the same guy. I don't think it is. Oh. But that last guy, he refused the rematch. So, obviously, I'm not the best player in the world. But, if you take anything from this, it's, you know, maybe test him out. If you're a Piccolo fan, test him out. He might surprise you. God dang, this Kid Boo's actually beating me up. See right there, all of those hit and about 3,000 damage, which isn't a ton of damage, but it did tip the balance a little bit. So if you can get those big ki blasts to hit, you're dealing some major damage. Now, it's not like the most damage in the world or anything, but it's just enough to try and tip the balance a little bit. See right there, they hit again. And people just don't expect it for some reason. Right there, Wild Sense, once again. It comes in clutch. It really does. It's like a little bit of a safety measure. And since it only costs 2 Blastocks, you're really not giving away all that much. Like, you're not getting rid of all your Blastocks for it like you are with After Image Strike. It's only 2, which you can easily get back because Piccolo recharges them pretty fast.
You have no idea what I can do now.
I do recommend, if you are playing Piccolo, take every opportunity you can to charge ki. If you want to be super aggressive, you can still be aggressive. You just have to charge as much ki as possible, because if you're not utilizing your abilities to your full potential. Like his ki blasts. His ki blasts all take ki. And it takes a lot of ki. It takes about half a bar if you fully charge it. If you don't fully charge it, it takes about a quarter, I believe. So no matter what, you're using a lot of ki. Now right there I messed up because I accidentally started doing my sparking instead of only on the offensive here. Like I said, Light Grenade is going to be a lifesaver up close and even far away, I suppose. It's Wild Sense coming in clutch once again. Ki Blast once again. Although I believe, yep, this is it. This first loss of the video. It's all good. Was it the first loss? It might be the second. Like I said, I'm not the best at the game. I made mistakes. I recognize that. Let's move past it. So I believe that'll be the end of today's video. But I'm planning on making plenty more, so I hope you liked it. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Also, leave some suggestions in the comments. Who you want me to work on next? Who do you want me to take a look at next? Maybe I can come up with some sort of strategy, but I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.